I'll go ahead and kick things off, and I'll turn it over to you guys. If you guys have a question for Fabrice, please use the raise my hand option. Fabrice, here we are at the start of a new season. How's the team navigating preparations for Saturday's game against San Diego?
Yeah, look, really good. I think preseason has gone extremely well, and good to have a lot of our internationals back, both senior but also youth. And so it's been a good week of training. So we're excited for the trip to San Diego.
Thank you for that. We'll start with Dustin. Go ahead.
Hey, Fabrice, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I know we talked in the preseason. You guys brought a lot of your starters back, but also a lot of new depth, a lot of competition at positions. How do you feel you guys are as far as an 11 and who's going to be taking the field this weekend?
Yeah, look, it's a very competitive roster. So this even lineups for this weekend, not 100% decided yet. So very very competitive, and but you want that as a coach. So very excited for what's ahead for sure.
And you guys got a good win in San Diego last season, a performance at Snapdragon Stadium. How much confidence does that give you guys as you go into this game? Or is it just, a new season, a new San Diego team?
Yeah, look, I mean, San Diego, I think their identity has remained the same. Obviously, they have personnel changes. They're doing some different things as well, so we got to be prepared for it. But yeah, no, I think we don't take any game like it was a tough game. If you actually look at it, we probably had, I think 32% of the ball. So it's a team that definitely loves to have the ball. So just making sure we're really compact defensively, and our game plan with and without the ball will be really key for the game.
And just one more for me. I know, it's one game at a time. It's the first game of the season, but as you come into a new season and you've talked about making history and different things for this club, just what are the things that you're hoping to accomplish as you guys begin this new season?
Yeah, on the front foot. I think last year we were a team of two halves, both if you actually look at our statistics, whether when we scored goals, how we did in the second half of the season versus the first half of the season. So for us, we want to be a complete season, and so it starts with on the front foot, positive performance, and obviously resulting in a positive result.
Up next, we'll go with Diego. Go ahead.
Hey, Fabrice, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I wanted to start off by asking you a little bit of kind of how San Diego you think are going to play. Kind of, you mentioned that they have kind of stuck to their identity. Can you give us kind of a brief outline of how you see that playing out?
Yeah, look, they're a team. Yeah, I mean they love to have the ball. They're calm under pressure. Yeah, they're not afraid to. They can beat you in behind, but they're also very good at just keeping it for long periods of time. So yeah, there are a lot of players that are very comfortable under pressure. So obviously, some players have left, but also they brought in, a striker like Ludmilla definitely opens things up for them. So yeah, no, they'll be dangerous for sure.
So that game in Snapdragon last season was a game where you brought in a lot of new players. Like that was Clarissa's first goal for the Dash, if I remember correctly. And now this season you get a full season of Lisa Boateng. Do you see them having big impacts if they make the starting 11 or if they come off the bench? And what do you expect from them throughout the season?
Yeah, no, huge impact players for us. Good to have both of them back and starting the preseason. So it's been very positive for both of them. And yeah, I'm excited to work with both of them. I think they're impact players, whether they start, whether they come off. We know we can rely on them, and they can be super impactful. So I'm excited for them as well.
And then understanding that a lot of the preseason games, whether at Coachella or like the closed friendly that was against the University of Texas at Austin, were like not accessibly viewed. Can you talk to us a little bit about your overall thoughts and your overall feelings about how the preseason went, and if you saw any bright spots or any surprises from maybe your players?
Yeah, look, I think preseason went as we would want it to, especially the earlier games. We definitely are filling out who is our starting 11. Like I mentioned, it's not even clear who that is right now, which I think is a really good thing. And so that oftentimes, probably doesn't go as smooth, right? Because everyone's competing for one another. You're not getting the relationships down, those types of things. So I think preseason was definitely built for that. And I honestly think the last 2 weeks, even with the internationals gone, was very productive for us because you got a lot of players to get a lot of minutes who maybe wouldn't have gotten minutes. So overall, I couldn't have asked for a better preseason, if I'm being honest, from two NWSL teams, a USL team, and a very good Texas team that I know Marguerite will do extremely well there. So yeah, no, very pleased with preseason as a whole.
Awesome. Thanks, Fabrice. Good luck.
Thank you.
Roy, go ahead.
Hi, Fabrice. Thank you for being here as always. I When you mentioned the starting 11 not being set, my mind jumped to just the sheer number and like talent of the rookies coming in. And I know you've had a lot of young talent come through the doors, even in the not that long since you've been here. But like, tell me a bit about that. Like, how are they adjusting, and how are you sort of looking at the opportunities they might have in what that you've seen them in preseason, but in their first regular season NWSL games?
Yeah, look, they have tons of quality. Obviously they're still young, but I mean they're hungry. They also add a lot of value, and I would say strength to our roster in terms of what they bring. If you look at a Kat and a Linda, very dynamic, that can play in the pocket, play out wide, quality chances in around the box, as we all know. Like, those are areas that we need to improve on. I think Kate Fossey speaks for herself, like just from her career standpoint, but also her ability to repeatedly sprint over an entirety of a game is pretty impressive, like just her fitness levels. And then I think Leah has come in and kind of just, been very impressive on the back line. So, and then not to mention Kate Harden has come in, and I mean, you got 5 rookies that, will have an impact on this team 100%. So very excited for them and how it also is adding to the competition level and how they're kind of integrating with the group as well.
Yeah, and it's a like you alluded to there. It's a pretty attack-minded rookie class, And I was thinking, Avery mentioned that her team goal even was to help ensure that the team gets more goals, and it made me think of Yaz specifically, and kind of how she was used last year, and different facets of her game. Like, based on the new personnel that you have, are you anticipating that she might be more in a place to facilitate and distribute than maybe she was last year when she was being asked to score a lot of goals? Like, where do you see her fitting in, to be most helpful?
Yeah, look, we see her. She could play a number of different positions. We expect her to have an impact season, just like she had last year, and even add more to her. So I think now there's a lot more pieces around her so that she can really flourish and do well. So yeah, we're excited to see not only how she does, but how the entirety team does, and as we gel together for the first game.
And then Avery mentioned, as far as improving her defense, she kind of jokingly said that it was a bit about being a pessimist and realizing that you can't always push forward and attack. I know you've seen her now have a full season of more of a defensive role. How have you seen it? What have been some of the main things that have been leading to her being able to handle that transition to more of a defensive role?
Well, I mean, she always played outside back, right? So I think she had a very high outside back starting position last year. This year, tweaking a little bit, but I think for her to continually be an impact player, not only for us, but also for the national team, she knows that's an area where she wants to keep growing in. And so I don't know if it's necessarily her role and her positioning. It's almost a little bit how she plays it, right? And just thinking always, yes, go forward, pick your moments, but also, as a defender, just being very sound in those moments as well.